Hello, I'm Tracey, and I will be sharing with you the results of an ad analysis that I did on various television commercials. The commercials included Cheerios, Swiffer, McDonald's, FingerHut, and Dove were all among the ones that I analyzed. And my purpose is to identify and critically assess the motivational appeals of various television commercials that are related to each other. The use of micromarketing, race, and stereotypes all have a significant impact on their viewing audience, which is both positive and negative. So for me as a black woman, I easily related to the commercials that I analyzed, and I felt that I was also a participant of the target audience that they were marketing to. So I'm going to share with you my analysis of each commercial, including their target audience, ad effectiveness, and possible harm to the brand's image, as well as my own personal observations. To help with the ad analysis, I'm going to be referring to Litzenmeyer, a persuasion professor, as well as Gass and Setter, who are persuasion researchers. Before I get started with Cheerios, feel free to pause this video at any time and watch all of the commercials at once, or one by one, or wait until I'm concluded with my analysis and then watch all the commercials at the end. So again, the commercials can be accessed by clicking on the brand names within the video description of this. When it comes to Cheerios, their motivational appeal included warmth, logic, and humor. Warmth is considered to be related to imagery, the home, friendliness, being neighborly, and it must be believable to be persuasive, as Litzenmeyer states. In the commercial, you can see that they focus in on being heart healthy, and the little girl actually spills the Cheerios on her dad's heart because she thinks that's how it's going to make him healthy, which is so cute. The target audience includes the health-conscious family, children, and multiple cultures, since they featured an interracial family. It is an effective ad, however, it may be due to controversial reactions from the audience. Gass and Setter refer to Furman and explain that when controversial material is used to persuade, a primacy effect occurs because the audience has a high interest at first and then it decreases over time. There is possible harm to the representation, and then again there isn't. Some welcome the use of the interracial family, and others criticize Cheerios for not simply using a family of color. I noticed several commercials began to use interracial couples and families after the Cheerios commercial, and this included Swiffer. Their motivational appeal was warmth, logic, and pity. Warmth because it was filmed in a home, logic since Swiffer seems to make it super easy to clean your house, and pity because the father in the commercial was missing an arm. The target audience definitely included the physically challenged. There's another Swiffer commercial that features an elderly couple. Families, women, and multiple cultures were also part of the target audience. It is an effective ad since they chose to feature such a visibly physically disabled man in the commercial, and this aids in their depiction of real customers, and it improves the ethical perception of Swiffer. Moving along from household cleaning products to fast food, McDonald's motivational appeal included utilitarian, hedonic, and patriotic appeals, literally being hungry, having a craving for fast food, and then also McDonald's being so closely associated with American culture made it have a patriotic appeal. The target audience included men and African Americans, as well as the effectiveness of the ad was good. However, if you're not a consumer of fast food or you're a health conscious person, then this ad may not be very effective. There is not a harm in this ad to McDonald's reputation. However, there are those who criticize McDonald's for targeting African Americans. So that is something to consider, that their commercial could be perceived as stereotypical. Also, just keeping the attention on black men. That's what led me to analyze the FingerHut commercial, because it reminded me of my granddad and how he really liked ordering things off of infomercials and out of catalogs and paying for it along the way as he goes. Their motivational appeal for the FingerHut commercial included humor, logic, and emotion. Al's budget literally keeps him from buying things. There's the convenience of ordering it off the TV or ordering it off online with the payment plan, and then you get instant gratification to fulfill the emotional appeal. The target audience definitely included money-conscious consumers, baby boomers, those who are older than baby boomers, and infomercial consumers as well. I definitely think the ad was effective because I could identify who was in their target market, and there is no harm to FingerHut's representation with this commercial. However, consumers may question FingerHut pricing an item higher than at another location such as Walmart or something like that. While FingerHut may appeal to the past, Dove certainly has a forward-thinking style of their commercial. Their motivational appeal was certainly emotional, targeting women who may have been criticized or ridiculed for their naturally curly hair. And I really connected to it since I have naturally curly hair myself. The target audience certainly includes women and those of multiple cultures. And it's an effective ad because many support and encourage Dove, that they use real women and that they use women with real hair textures. This commercial is a positive step in the right direction for those who advertise to a micro market such as a naturally curly haired woman. So with my analysis complete, it's important to remember that it's beneficial for both advertisers and the viewing audiences to see people of color in commercials. Identifying ads' motivational appeal will help decide if it's worth the time and money to purchase the brand's product. In addition to this, identification of motivational appeals help to determine why race was explicitly or implicitly used. For instance, is it reasonable? Is the reasoning behind the use of race, is it due to financial goals, or is it the social responsibility of the corporation? Advertisers should use a type of yin and yang approach when creating a commercial and consider any possible stereotypes and any negative reactions of the audience when creating the commercial. So by identifying motivational appeals, the consumer has a higher awareness and you're able to identify who the gatekeeper is and their actual intent. Also, companies should be held accountable for accurate portrayals of people that are motivated to appeal to the target audience without being stereotypical and cliche. So this concludes my analysis of the television commercials, and I just challenge you to look for the motivational appeals in advertisement and be a critical thinker whenever you're exposed to a persuasive message. Thanks for your time and attention.